The Trump administration may fire off another volley in the ongoing trade battle with China. Agro Expo is less than 2 weeks away.
Field demonstrations have been a key piece to the Agro Expo puzzle. This year we're bringing you planters.
And Michigan Agricultural Commodities' Chris Betts is back this week with a look at market activity. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
Over 100 exhibitors will showcase the latest ag services and products at the 2018 Agro Expo, August 14th and 15th in St. John's. This year's expo will feature tillage and planter demonstrations, crop-specific educational sessions, and opportunities to interact with ag industry innovators.
2018 brought another Agro Expo. This is the third year, and if you haven't been, there's a lot to see and a lot to do. We're at 120 vendors, and we still are adding numbers both inside and outside. And new for 2018 will be planter demos, crucial piece of equipment for your farm, and now you get to see some of the competitive brands in action, talk to the manufacturers.
7 vendors are participating in the always popular tillage demonstrations.
Nothing's better to watch your brand and the competitive brand make a pass in the field and then go analyze to see if it's doing what you think it should do for your farm. And then take it back to the experts. Ask them the questions you need, either to make your piece better or find the next piece of your puzzle. Let's not forget about the barn with some indoor booths and the stage, where many companies have put together a lineup that is just as valuable for you as the outdoor speakers. Anything from managing your risk to succession planning and dealing with your assets. Make sure to mark your calendars August 14th and 15th, just north of St. John's. Go to the Agro Expo to find your tillage demos, your crop tents, your indoor speakers. Plan your experience. Come and see us. We look forward to it.
It was Christmas in July in Lansing over the weekend as more than 400 growers from across the Midwest converged for the summer gathering of the Michigan and Mid-America Christmas Tree Associations.
One of the things that we tried to do was put together a very busy program. We have, I think, 7 concurrent sessions that go on at any one time. They range from farm tours that look at soils and sites to how we handle people, to shearing techniques, to we even have a session on growing pumpkins. We've got a couple different pumpkin areas here. Then we have operation of a gift shop session. We have working on how we price trees, what are the grading considerations for that.
Christmas trees are a big business in Michigan. Our state is the 3rd biggest producer of Christmas trees in the country, supplying more than 3 million trees each year to real tree traditionalists in Michigan, the Midwest, and beyond.
Well, last year was probably our record-breaking year in terms of numbers of trees sold and total receipts. We had excellent weather. We appeal to, I think, a constituency that enjoys the experience, and we try to make that really entertaining, wholesome, productive, and very cost competitive. This year, it's dry. Our last good rain was May the 30th. And since then, we've had maybe rain on 8 or 10 differing days, but nothing more than 3/10 of an inch, so it's just dry. We're losing our newly planted seedlings. We probably are in the 7 or 8% mortality range now, and if we don't get rain within a week, we'll be higher.
The Michigan Soybean Promotion Committee is devoted to investing soybean farmer checkoff dollars to address grower concerns. We focus our efforts on production research, market development, and outreach. Learn more at michigansoybean.org.
The back and forth between the U.S. and China over tariffs may be escalating once again. This week, President Trump said he wants to up tariffs on more than $200 billion in Chinese goods from 10% to 25%. It's in response to China's retaliatory tariffs, which are having a significant impact on soybean farmers here in Michigan and other sectors of the ag economy across the country.
Don't rely on a handshake. Minimize your risk. Protect your relationships. Get it in writing.
Farmers in northeastern lower Michigan are being encouraged to watch out for a pest that can wreak havoc on corn and dry bean crops. Michigan State University Extension says they're seeing more western bean cutworm moths this year than in years past. The moths lay their eggs on corn or dry beans, depending on what's available, and those eggs are expected to hatch sometime in the next 2 weeks. Once that happens, the larvae feed on the silks and young ears of corn, or the blossoms, pods, and immature seeds of dry beans. Insecticide applications should be timed to control the bulk of larvae shortly after they hatch, usually about a week after peak flight. With a look at the latest market activity, here is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betts.
Thanks, Janelle. Follow-through buying from last week helped soybeans push higher early this week, along with murmurs that Chinese and U.S. officials are working towards reopening negotiations on trade. Reports that President Trump plans to up a 10% planned tariff on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods to 25% curbed buying enthusiasm the second half of the week. An early afternoon rally in wheat was cause for some excitement Thursday. A Bloomberg report stated Ukraine plans to limit milling wheat exports. Paris futures leapt higher at the news, supporting all 3 U.S. classes sharply higher around noon. The Ukrainian Ag Ministry clarified its intentions later, saying it is not discussing strict limits for exports, but rather projected shipment volumes. Trade tensions and spillover selling from soybeans has lent pressure for corn. The rally in wheat lent support Thursday, but corn failed to even break Wednesday's highs. Some warmer weather has made its way into extended forecasts, but largely non-threatening for the belt as a whole. Look for corn to continue to be a follower in the short term. For more market information, go to michag.com. With Michigan Agricultural Commodities, I'm Chris Betts.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com and the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.